It was glitch. Glitch is on there.
God damn it.
Stop sucking. I'm good.
Nice.
Lethal out.
Can't let you die, buddy.
Planting the bomb.
They're coming in the back.
You said.
He said.
Give me 1 second, sir. Where's this bitch always at?
Always the last one to die.
I hear her. She's over here.
Lethal out.
I'm on fire.
Dude, shot it up.
She's going
She's
to try to
running
spawn.
back.
Yeah.
All opponents eliminated.
What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Dima gameplay, and today we're going to talk about the explosive damage being too high, maybe, possibly. So let's head over and check it out. So we are in the midst of Season 4 now, and they have adjusted some of the explosive damage in Rogue Company, and we'll kind of run through everything real quick, and we'll talk about its impact on the game so far. So they increased the damage of C4 on the level 2 upgrade. They increased the explosion radius of the frag grenades, and they increased the outer damage of the frag grenades itself. You know, they increased the damage of the Semtex base damage from 100 to 125. And of course, the APS denies more things. But what we're here to talk about today is the lethal gadget damage, because I've seen a lot of people commenting on it online and on the Reddit page talking about that the lethal gadget damage is way too high at the moment. Most importantly, they're talking about the Semtex damage. And here's what I think about it. I think that I never went for sticks on Semtex. If I get a stick, then that's fantastic. If I don't get a stick, then I normally, either waste the Semtex or I try to play the Semtex a little bit more strategically. And by what I mean by that is, you can aim the Semtex and you can get an angle in a way where you can kind of throw it around the cover and you can do significant damage to someone behind the cover. The reason that the Semtex exists, in my opinion, the way that I play, is it's used to either drive someone away, keep someone from pushing you, or to hopefully get a lucky stick and down someone. If they run back into their team, hopefully down a couple of people and be able to capitalize on that situation. But the majority of the time, the Semtex was being used as just a base damage weapon with no downs. You might get lucky occasionally and get a down with it, but it was used to push someone, to keep someone from pushing you, to flush someone out of cover, things like that. And I think that that is the reason why this Semtex change was actually made. I feel like the developers saw that the majority of the people that actually play the game and their play style actually use the Semtex to try to flush people out of cover or try to defend something so that they can get a res or something real quick. And they recognize this and they increase the base damage so that whenever you throw it and stick it to the ground, it does 125 damage. That way, it allows people to confirm a kill, or it really deters people from pushing you, things such as that. Do I think that it gets a little out of hand? If you're running against a full team that are running exclusively Semtex grenades, then yes, it absolutely gets out of hand, because you just have them flying all over the place. Couple that with Runway's ability, then you just have that much more Semtex flying at you that you have to respond to in a very, you have to respond to everything now. You can't just tank the damage because you don't know how much damage you're actually going to receive. Is this grenade going to do enough damage to down me even though I'm at full health? How much damage is it going to do? Do I have enough damage to win a gunfight if I get pushed on after the grenade detonates or the C4 detonates? These are all things that you have to take into consideration now. So what I think that they could do is they should actually go in there and update the grenade indicators in the game. Now, I know that we have the white indicators saying that there's a grenade nearby. We have the red indicators, meaning that you will definitely take damage if you get hit by this grenade, possibly downing you, etc., etc. I think that they need to go in there and they need to adjust that a little bit. I think that whenever you're in that death zone, you know, the guaranteed down zone or the highest damage possible from whatever gadget it is, then it needs to be red, in my opinion. Once you start getting further away from it, then it needs to change to a different color. Maybe it needs to change to orange or yellow. And that signifies that you're in the explosion radius. You're not going to take enough damage to down you, but you are going to take a significant amount of damage. And then it needs to change to another color when you're right on the edge of that explosion radius, signifying that you will take minimum damage, but you are still going to take damage. And then the white, of course, being an indicator that, hey, it's here, it's close by. You're not going to take any damage from it, but this is actually where it's laying at. That way, whenever you're behind cover, someone throws a Simtex, if you have a long piece of cover, then you know how far away from it you need to shimmy so that you won't take max damage, so that you won't take medium damage, that you'll take the least amount of damage possible. That way that you can maintain your position, you can continue to cover angles and things such as that. That way if people start to move, etc., etc. I think that that would fix the problem for a lot of people, in my opinion. I think that people are so used to playing against stickies in a very specific way that now whenever they play against them in Season 4, it's kind of a jarring realization that, hey, this is going to down me regardless, even though it's stuck to the ground, even though I have armor. It sucks. It's a pain point. It is what it is. And I think that that would fix everything. The C4 is a little bit differently because you can kind of bait people with the C4 itself, but it does beep, it does have lights on it and things like that. But for the frag grenades, the Simtex, bounce grenades, all that good stuff, it should definitely let you know whenever you're in that optimal range where you're going to take maximum damage. Then it should show you whenever you're in that medium range where you're going to take 50% damage, 50 to 80% damage. And then it should show you when you're going to take, 0 to 50%. Well, I'd say 20 to 50% damage. That way you know where you stand with these explosive grenades. I don't think it feels that bad because it really doesn't affect my play style. It guarantees some downs from time to time that I'm not really expecting. But realistically, I'm not upgrading the Simtex that far anyway. I'm just kind of buying the Simtex. I may increase the, the throw speed of it if I have the money to do so, if the rounds permit it. But I'm not just going in there, balls to the wall, maxing the Simtex out, or maxing any of the grenades out for that matter, unless I have the extra cash to do so. I think that perks are a little bit more valuable than the higher damage, in my opinion. And I know that that sounds kind of like, it sounds like it contradicts itself, but in reality it doesn't, because I don't rely on the grenades themselves to secure my downs. I rely on the grenades to be a deterrent, to be something that can do, a little bit of damage. That way I can push or I can reposition myself and things like that. And I think it's very apparent on respawn modes. I've always said that I feel like the respawn game modes needs to have a cooldown delay on the grenades themselves. That way you can't die, respawn, and then immediately start chunking grenades and flashbangs and things like that all over the map. You have to kind of work into it. So if you respawn and you push someone, chances are you would die because you don't have the lethal or the tactical grenades at that point. But that's a whole different conversation. I feel like people that are playing the respawn modes are being punished for the for the lethal gadget changes more than anybody else. But that is something that you get when you play respawn modes, in my opinion. If the developers aren't going to go in there and change the way that these things react or act in respawn modes, then that's just part of it. You're just going to have to deal with it, and it is what it is. If you play Demolition, the game mode that was intended to be played, then I don't think that you're going to see quite as many people complaining about the fact that the explosive damages have gone up for some of the weapons, and it's kind of flushing people. It's kind of downing people that, you normally wouldn't down, things such as that. That's my opinion on it. A lot of people probably will disagree because they enjoy playing the respawn modes. I get it. I enjoy playing them from time to time, but I do see a lot of frustration where you respawn, immediately you have everything except for your ability, and you can just go balls to the wall on whoever's in front of you, whoever downs you if you're close enough, and just be able to maximize your elimination or your down potential. And that's, change a couple of things and don't adjust the gadgets themselves, and I think everything would be okay. But that's just my perspective. That's my point of view on it. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that the gadgets feel fine? Do you think that the gadgets feel bad in respawn modes? Or do you think that they feel bad all across the board? Please be sure to let me know. Also, be sure to check the description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. That's how far away it was.
Yeah, it was
Send disarm.
all over the
Mission
place.
to bomb.
Yeah.
One's on the statue. It's glitch.
Utility out.
Sniper's back towards the zip line. I'm getting hacked.
He's behind the wall. Right here. He's behind that.
That bitch.
Lethal out.
Oh yeah.
I'm dead. I'm in it. Oh man. I don't know how I'm not dead.
I'm planting the bomb. Help me up.
God damn it!
Behind the car. Am I still behind the car?
I need a hand.
Someone's way back.
Yeah, they're both back here.
She's
I
way
think she
back,
just
yeah.
hopped. Oh, there she is. Wagwan.
I'm down.
Get her.
Contract in the bag.
No.
I'm good.
Got you.